Yeah, so Age of Empires 4, the game that in the past, Dawn of War is a game that I played a lot online, PvP. Age of Empires, it was a game that originally I played mostly with relatives, so we mostly did just comp stomping. With Age of Empires 2, we managed to get a few friends of mine to explore that game with me, which was a good time. And then now that Age of Empires 4 is released, it's a game that I am surprisingly enjoying, and I do follow a little bit of the Age community, so certain folks out there, the big names, I will recognize a couple, especially the casters that are out there. I think they're doing great work and really say something about the community as a whole. So it's a game that yeah, we'll see how this goes. We'll see how it goes. I have no idea what my skill level is at, so hey, thanks for joining. Gonna be playing some Age of Empires 4. So, and I'm gonna do it online, so we'll see how this goes. But the civs, right? So the big difference, Age of Empires 2 had a massive roster of civs, but Age of Empires 4, aside from reducing the roster down to 8, what I found is that these civs play pretty, they have their particular play styles, right? So the English I'm seeing are very strong being defensive. Their longbows is quite powerful with the range. Yeah, I don't know who that guy is. He might be trouble, so keep an eye out for me. And the Chinese seem to have a very strong late game, but their early game is a bit tricky. But one thing I'm coming to appreciate or dislike, I would say, about the Chinese is the fact that they have double the landmarks. So landmarks in this game, rather than aging up and losing the productivity in town center for a while, you now use your existing villagers to build generally one of two structures, right? And those structures are called landmarks, which have bonuses unique to the civ, but also to the landmark. The Chinese, however, can build both of their options throughout the game. So where most civs will have 3 landmarks, the Chinese will have 6, which when you're trying to finish them off using a landmark-based victory, that can become difficult, right? Because you have to find potentially double the number of landmarks. So yeah, Chinese are a bit tough to take down, and if they do make it the late game, I'm finding that they're quite strong. And then the French, this works well, I think, for single player, where the French seem to have a very core theme with this game. Finish them off, right? But the French are incredibly strong. They have a very strong economy. They got a very, very strong military through their knights, and really the game seems to be kind of based off of balancing around the French, which is interesting. So the French are very strong, very, very simple to pick up, very straightforward. I'd say the English and the French are very reminiscent of Age of Empires traditional kind of play styles. And yeah, the French are just very strong. There's very little reason to do poorly with them, right? Military is, again, straightforward, economy is straightforward, and overall incredibly strong throughout the progression of the game. So yeah, very interesting. And the Holy Roman Empire is fairly straightforward, seems to have a bit more of a relic based play, which if you're familiar with relics, right, with Age of Empires, little objects scattered around the map, usually there's a number, roughly +1 or 2 of the number of players, if I recall. And yeah, you can collect those to get gold trickle. You can collect them now in Age of Empires 4 to do like a mass conversion, which is very nifty. But the Holy Roman Empire seems to be a bit more infantry focused. And they also, I don't know, something about their ramp up throughout the ages is a bit tricky. So I haven't personally found a good good flow. I think people in the space call it a tempo, right? Of how to play the Holy Roman. But I like the concept. They gave me that Crusader vibe. Yeah. Mongols are super neat in Age of Empires 4. They remind me a lot of the Eldar in Dawn of War, where you can just kind of relocate your structures. I think StarCraft has one, right? That can do something similar. What were they called? The Proton or something like that? I was never big in early Blizzard days, so unfortunately StarCraft is not a strength of mine. But Mongols, yeah, a very, very unique civ because of the ability to move around. They also start in the kind of nomadic fashion. If you've played the older Age of Empires game, where your town center is kind of packed up, right? And you gotta choose where to settle. But the Mongols just do that all the time. And they are also probably the civ that I've played the most, just because I really enjoyed the Eldar back in Dawn of War. And yeah, they gave me that vibe. And I don't care for the tower or the town center rush shenanigans, so you won't really see me be doing. Yeah, Mongols you'll likely see me play here. The Rus are quite interesting. They're a lot of fun to play. Basically, throughout the entire game, you always have something to do. Their scouts are well equipped to take hunt from the world, the map, and bring it back to home base rather than having your villagers run around. Their mills are called hunting cabins, which you can place by a tree, and it will gather resource. It'll gather gold based on the number of trees nearby. So they have a very interesting kind of synergy with their buildings and units. They cannot build stone structures, but they have a wooden fortress, which is kind of reminds me a lot of the Krepost from Age of Empires 2. And they could also build stronger wooden walls as an alternative as well. So the Rus, I would say, are probably my second most played civ. You might see me play them, but we'll see. The Rus, I tend to lean more towards the Mongols in being busy as far as what you need to do, right? So this game is a lot of it's a real-time strategy, right? So there's a lot to pay attention to: map awareness, building, production, military. And then the last two, right, the Delhi, are the civs if you want elephants, and they have a very interesting play style, which is their research is all free and dependent on, what did they call them? It's in the Moss. Yeah, so you make scholars, and you have to garrison the scholar, which gives you a speed up to your research time. So the Delhi, from what I understand, people are still trying to figure out how to be viable with them. I feel like the potential is there, with the fact that your research can be ticking in multiple buildings at the same time, and there's no cost to it. It's just that the ramp up it gets better as the game goes on, right? And you get more scholars and you get faster research times. But that early game is really, really rough. It's seriously rough, because these guys also cost 150 gold, which is early on it's a pretty big commitment to make one of these in the dark or maybe even early feudal. So, but because they can build effectively what is it called, monastery, right, early on, they have a lot of potential for kind of relic domination as well. But yeah, potential there. I was never a big fan of elephants in these games. The slower units are generally saved, in my mind, for siege, which the elephants are. But when it comes to, right, map control and reacting to an enemy's advances or repositioning, speed helps. So yeah, elephants were always tricky for me to use because of that. And then we have the Abbasid. And the Abbasid are interesting because the general civs will have 3 landmarks, right? Age 2, 3, 4. And Chinese will have double that. But the Abbasid only have 1 landmark. And within that landmark, they build wings. So this is something that is a bit akin to the older town center based upgrading idea, right? Where you have a work queue in your town center for the age up, but it's now in a separate building. And the only tricky thing I've noticed here is that each tier's upgrade is unlocked, right, with the wing when you unlock the wing, if I remember correctly, or maybe it is per tier. But regardless, it kind of locks you into one upgrade until you reach the respective tier, right? So each of these are pretty strong in their own right. I think early on, right, culture with minus 30% cost of technology and the minus 50% villager cost is incredibly strong. And if you like camels, Abbasid are the camel civ, effectively. So camels are good against knights, cavalry in general, and the pretty strong civs seem to be Mongol, Rus, and French that are very heavy on their cavalry. So yeah, Abbasid seems like a pretty good pick, and probably the third civ that I've really tried to practice a little bit with. So yeah, those are the civs of Age of Empires 4. If you're interested in checking one out in more detail, maybe I'll do a bit of a deeper walkthrough of my thoughts, but definitely not going to be at caster level detail, right? But yeah, I do have some opinions on each of these civs and kind of what I think about them. But they all, from what I've seen, with the exception of, say, the French, who are just clearly at the top of the totem pole right now, they all seem fairly balanced. They all seem to have their purpose, their play style. So yeah. All right, so this game has dailies. I don't even know if I care to do. So victory type, sacred, is there's actual sites. There's objective points. So if you played like Company of Heroes, or it actually reminds me a lot of like the capture point. Actually, no, it's like the capture points in Company of Heroes. So let's see. They want me to play Rus, but let's stick to what I know. Right? Maybe we'll start with Mongols, just because I'm enjoying those guys. And I don't want to play a massive game. What do you guys think? Still out there? Should I do 1v1s, 2v2s, or 3v3s? What do you guys want to see? Give it a sec, see if there's any thoughts there. I'm thinking 2v2s would be good. Threes, I don't know how long a 3v3 is going to take, so yeah, maybe we'll try this. Alright, let's do it. Alright, looks like we might have found a... No, it's still searching. And I don't remember. Can we minimize? We can. Cool. So while we are waiting, take a look at what I like about the Mongols. So the Mongols, right, are interesting because they cannot gather stone. So the Uvu, or Uvu, I think Uvu, we're going to call it the Uvu. Uvu, you will build on a stone outcropping, and the area around it actually has the ability to either speed up your village or production by doubling up the output for the same cost, which is super nice. Or I wish there was a way in the tech tree to see the better upgrades, but you could also get, for the cost of extra stone, better upgrades. So for example, where is the... There it is. Ger? However this is pronounced. The wheelbarrow, for example, right? It's +5 to their carry capacity, and move speed is +15. I don't remember off the top of my head if the move speed is improved, but the carry capacity, for example, you can get an extra +2 by spending a little bit of stone. So there's a bunch of different upgrades, right, that really helps with their kind of production. All right, what do we got here? River, Looks like it's a 1v1. Alright, game 1. It has been a very long time since I've played against, well, I guess it hasn't been that long. It's a micro map as well, so it's going to be particularly small. Probably going to want to do my best to try to hit them hard. Oh, and they're playing English, so... English are tricky because their longbows are much... They have much more range than the horseback archers, which the Mongols have the Mangudai, who can conveniently shoot and move at the same time, which is incredibly useful. But the downside with that, move here quickly. The downside, why did you turn instead of queuing the other way? Alright, well that didn't help me. But the Mangudai, right, have shorter range. Anything on horseback has shorter range compared to foot archers. And on top of that, the longbow have, I believe it's a +2 to their range, which makes it especially difficult, especially if they amass them. So we're going to see what this guy does. Oh, forgot to produce villagers, of course. Great start. I'm on food for now. Alright, let's take a look what we got over here. Gotta find that other sheep and bring it in. I do need wood, though. And then where's my stone? In the back? Oh, that's convenient. Alright, we're gonna take that. Put that there. What are you doing? There it goes. I actually need this tree to get cut down to get a little bit more wood back. Alright, so build that. Let's start getting you to trickle the gold in for the age up. This guy could probably be walking down a better path instead of getting his line of sight blocked all the time. Also need to fix my hotkeys. I've been trying to play with the hotkeys because it's now a grid system, which I'm getting used to slowly. And you know what? I should probably be getting sheep instead of berries now that I have this set up, because you gather faster from animals. Okay. Alright. Oh my god, you're gonna die. He's dead. Why did my pathing do that? Should have just retreated. I thought I was going to be able to skirt the ground, unless you maybe walled it off, so he tried to... I don't know. Not sure what happened there. Alright, I'm going to get you guys to move over here. And how are we looking on food? Alright, once you're done with that... Okay, I'm getting close. Maybe one more. Gold, just to get that topped off. Lost my scout, which is unfortunate. Even ooh, he didn't capture this. What's he doing? So I didn't see much built around his town center. I wonder if he might have expanded this way. And oh, what am I doing? Thought I was hoping I had one more tree over here. I was going to try to start building a dock, but not enough wood yet. Yeah, see, so here on the right, you can see normally the upgrade is you chop down at double rate, but with the Gur upgrade, I could spend 75 extra stone to chop trees down in one swing. And actually, I shouldn't do that because I need my food. Alright, so we are going to, let's see here, we're going to boom. Now the reason why I'm going to go with this option here is because I got a walkway in the back, and I have to mark it over here. Now, I'm hoping, right, that he doesn't really mess around with that market too much, but we'll see. Alright, let's get that other scouting done now that my con is back. What are you laughing at? Alright, get some gold coming back in. Let's also get you to build that dock I wanted earlier. Somewhere, please. There we go. And I'm gonna have you come back over here. Alright. Let's get that up. So I'm a little bit behind on my scouting thanks to it dying earlier, unfortunately. Alright, we're running out of sheep, so we'll start getting these guys to move over to that. Alright, actually, also once I'm done with that, I'm gonna get, let's get one barracks set up, yeah. Okay, found the other river crossing. There's a bridge up here, interesting. Bridges look nice in this game. Alright. This is almost done. Actually, I need to get this upgrade. Let's pack this up, move it over. Now the reason to move it over is going to be to take advantage of that double trader. I don't know if it's officially... Oh, there's one here too. Alright, I'm going to have to figure out how that is going to play out. Okay, this is why the pathing was screwed. Because there wasn't a straight crossing, it was a bridge, so my character here, my con, went diagonal. Which is unfortunate. Alright. We'll make, you know what? I don't see any units being built up yet. Let's see what I can find. Let's get a couple... Where are my fish? Oh, I see you. Alright, we got... Alright, I also need to get some of you guys. Oh, he's gonna die again. Oh, he didn't die. Almost did, though. Alright. Trader. Let's get you going this way, actually. That's right, so I can build now with stone double traders over here. Alright, I got too many of you over here on that, so we're gonna get you across. Alright. Okay, so far, doing okay. The other guy's not really building up nearly as much as I thought he would. Alright. Shoot, where are the fish? Are there no fish? There is fish. Here's some. Oh, and there's some right across from me. Alright, we're gonna make 2 of them. And then that might be useful later, but I'm gonna save that for now. Alright, I have way too much food, and I need to start building something. See, no reason to build stone. Let's, where could he be coming from? Let's put one of these. No, that's too close. What? He went inside? Yeah, here. Okay. So those guys are going after that. Let's get wheelbarrow. Yeah, so this one, right? So plus extra +2 carrying capacity, which I'm going to get that one first because it helps everybody. And then archery range I want. And blacksmith I want. Which the blacksmith I'm actually going to move in a moment to be next to... Alright, so now he's going to be able to see that I'm trading over here. Oh, that's what the wolf noise was coming from. Okay. So I'm going to build a couple of Mangudai just to scout and harass with the Khan. And how much are these guys again? I can afford that. And then I'm really short on wood, so we're going to make a little bit more of that. Okay. And because they can move and shoot at the same time. So the basic armory upgrades don't actually have any special version, right? So I'm not going to move it just yet. I have 6, and I need to be able to make one more. So as soon as I get one more stack of scouts, wheelbarrow just finished. Alright, so I got a lot of food. Maybe we'll send a couple of these guys into stone. Which I'm going to make another gear, because I'm going to have to move that later with my folks that are over there gathering gold. Alright, what do we got? What's this guy doing? Oh, he did wall off. Okay. Let's get these guys over here. Keep an eye on that. Alright, we're going to try to attack those guys in a little bit here. Now that this is done, let's move it over. And for the sake of just having a second one. Alright, let's second one of those up. And, Alright, let's get a couple of outposts set up here. And then we'll set up another gird just for that. Right. Alright, I'm going to be running into... Actually, let's get leveled up first, because I want this heal. Alright, we're going to sacrifice a little bit of food. Oh, so close. Alright. Let's get these guys moved over here. Light junk, we'll make a couple of those. Actually, we'll just make... Yeah, we'll make... No. Yeah, we're gonna use it. Fuck it. Let's get you guys to work on that too. And I'm actually gonna stop you from building that. I'm gonna get you guys to gather the herd here. Alright, so now that I have 8, right, I got my Silk Road bonus. What I want to do is now move it further in the back. Now, question is, where's a good spot? Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to drop it over here. Which gives me kind of the same distance, but it keeps it away from my home base, which will hopefully give me a little bit of breathing room. Alright, what do we need? We need food. Send those guys to get that as well. We're going to move this down to... Let's get it down here. And then with these guys, let's get another couple of these built. And yeah, we'll get a monastery back here too. And then have you guys go after wood. Alright. Gonna get you guys on like that. We're gonna move this down here. And what do I need? This will speed up my food by quite a bit. Okay, and then get this archery range. Alright, let's get you guys working on building sheep here. Oh, wrong upgrade. Alright, these ships, let's start getting them to attack now that I have that upgrade. Alright. Get some upgrades. What's this guy trying to do? I'll also get the YAM network over here. And I want that upgrade and this upgrade. Alright, well that's going to be a bit of an issue. Alright, I have way too many resources. I'm not spending nearly enough on units. Get that upgrade. Uvu's depleted. Where's my next stone? Stone. Alright, so we need to come down here and build one of these. And I also... So I'm age 3. I'm actually doing just fine. Okay. Hopefully my villagers have enough there. I'll get a couple of those. Okay. So I am still short on wood. So I'm going to move you guys over here. And unfortunately, these guys built the wall here, which I'm not too worried about. I just need stone. Okay. Oh, what is that noise? Alright, the boats are destroying them. Perfect. I need you guys to be woodcutters. Now that this one is depleted, let's move these over. Now that this is depleted, we're going to get that first. Let's get the faraway relic. Let's see if that one's still there. Alright, now we can build a couple of these rams to take out this wall that he inconveniently built in front of where I am. Oh, see, this guy's attacking. Oops. Alright, these guys, what has he done? That was a big waste. Those guys were not moving. This is my junk ship. What are you doing over here? Alright, he has a galley here, but I think I can... I do not want this fight. Okay. I'm gonna do this. Let's see here. More junk. Get these guys here. We're gonna move these guys down here. Of course, I forgot to do stuff with my villagers. Alright, we got another idol. You can come capture this one. And this. This needs to get moved down here. Okay. Move this. Let's also get this moved so I can get my upgrades proper. Alright, so the small ships I don't think are going to make it, but the larger ship should be fine. Yep, alright, and then I get resources, right, whenever I take them out. Let's see here, Axes and Uvu, which I need, which we're going to put this right here. Oh, that's not what I wanted to build. Get one more of those. Okay, why are you not breaking this wall down like I wanted you to? Okay, fortunately I managed to put this down here, and I'm running out of stone. Interestingly enough. Or not stone, gold. Alright, we're gonna get those guys to start pressuring. I need more of these. Okay, so I got rams to take out the wall here. That's going to be good for me. I'm going to come down here and start pressuring over here. And while we're waiting, I'll have them build one more. Alright, this also finished, which means that I don't need this gur here anymore. So let's get the sheep to rejoin back at town and move this gur to do with that. Alright, slowly making it through. Where are the relics? Let's go grab that relic, and let's also go grab this relic. Okay, villager production is failing. Okay, perfect. Making it. Alright, let's start getting some serious unit production. Now, I do have to watch out for the north in case he tries to circle around me. That would be a bit of an issue. But for now, look okay. And let's get Nagan now working as well. He has a villager attacking me, which is an interesting choice. Okay. And then these ships, let's have them attack. We're going to basically look for some ocean dominance here. Get a couple more warships or one extra tile so I can attack really far. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, you put your landmark here, I see. So the White Tower is a very good landmark. But with this guy, I don't know if he realizes this, but arrows don't do a whole lot to these. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Alright, getting my units up. We're gonna let those guys have their fun. Let's get a couple more to start working over here. And you know what? Just for the sake of it, we're gonna get a couple. Let me see if we can't get a couple more of these built, because I know he's gonna be taking out a few of these here soon. Does my upgrade boost the defense of steep units? It does! Whoa! Wow! Okay. Alright. I think I am done producing. So we're gonna start moving up the town center, which is basically my only fort, right? It's my only keep, so we're gonna use it. Okay, let's get one more built. And let's start getting these villagers harassed. Okay, that was destroyed. You know what, we're gonna leave one here, and leave one here. going to bring a couple over here. Alright, I think I'm done. This guy did not expand out. He tried to wall me off. That was a big mistake. Once this tower is taken out, I'm going to go ahead and move inward. Oh, getting attacked by the town center. Has a massive range. Alright, let's see. Maybe there's something down here. And let's also... Oh, wait. He surrendered. Nice! Alright, my first game online. It's a win. Oh, yeah. Alright. Now, I do wish the game gave me the option to go back to the map, because I would have liked to take a second to look at it. Not too bad. Let's see, what was this guy at? So English, maybe he was still learning the game. Alright, well, he left before I could say GG, but thanks for playing with me, this guy. And no way for me to... see him, huh? Okay, well, that's too bad. I can report and I can block. That's it. Timeline, pretty steady. There's a few places where my villagers were idle, but... yeah, I'm trying to be nice. But yeah, let's see. What can we see here? I haven't really even spent too much time looking at this. A total unit count, right? Villager, which... looking at it, right, there's a couple of flat spots, but overall not too bad. Obviously, this could have been better. Oh, excuse me. If I went with multiple town centers, that would have obviously helped, but I didn't see a need for it. Actually, I had a lot of wasted resources, so trying to split brains actually a little tricky. I'll get used to it. But yeah, let's see. So yeah, unit count, villager, military, which clearly, I mean... what did he even make? Did he make military? I don't know. Resources. This spike was probably when my food production died. When I first started fighting. Yeah, distractions. Alright. Get there. Yeah, see the food definitely dropped a few times, right? When I was going from berries to sheep, and the sheep ran out, switched back to berries. Berries ran out, built some pastures. Wood? Holy shit. What were you making? You were building a bunch of stone stuff. You didn't need that much wood. Alright, well, wood's pretty consistent. That's alright. Stone, interesting. I'm not really sure why it spikes at the end. Oh, because I built the landmark that acts as an uvu, which gives me free stone. So, yeah, H4, right? That's when it spikes up, so that makes sense. Gold, this must have been, right, when I started building the traders finally, it starts to pick up. Not sure why. Oh, this dip here is when my trader pathing got all messed up and they were just standing there. So, fun. All right, not too bad. Not too bad for my first game. Definitely have some spots I could have done better, right? Keeping on top of the town center production and better resource management, because I definitely had a bunch left over, which if I was attacked when I had a bunch of leftover resources and not enough military units that I could have spent it on, that could have been poor for me, because building up your initial force definitely takes a while. All right, not bad. All right, we're going to take a